In the cold and sleepless nights, I wait for you to bring me back to life. In my electric eyes, it doesn't mean that time can thicken every single breath. I want to unfreeze my heart and fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, but words can't say it all. Sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. I listen for a sound, waiting deep inside my maze of sweeping thrills and colors. Just a ray of light, bathing me in drops of ink that glaze across my body. Wish you could unfreeze my heart and we could fly away. That's why I wanna save it. Your moons and craters. Open up my eyes, waterfalls arise, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, but words can't say it all. Sweeping me away like an avalanche, like an avalanche. Crashing walls and waterfalls and crystal balls can see. Open up my eyes, waterfalls of ice, sweeping me away like an avalanche. Helpless as I fall, the words can't say it all. Take my breath away like an avalanche, like an avalanche, like an avalanche, like an avalanche, sweeping me away like an
Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day
From the latest scoop around town,
to feel-good stories and messages of hope,
a few jokes and live calling,
highlighting local businesses,
discussing hot trends and news stories.
a dash of feel-good nostalgia,
I love those morning cartoons,
keeping up with upcoming events,
sometimes trying and delicious foods,
weekly horoscope updates,
an occasional flying duck.
some sparkle dust,
Don't forget my bell,
and my wand.
with our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow, comment live, or call right into the show at 888-994-5400. 844-995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
The Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddie, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button. Too many groups?
Welcome to the morning show.
Morning, morning, morning to you. Happy Monday, everyone.
Happy Monday to everyone who can have it. Good stuff over the weekend that we had, good and bad news, but we had to start with the good news because that's where we're going to go. The concert on...
Oh, there you go.
The concert on...
Saturday night?
On Saturday night.
It was fantastic. We got to see the Pink Floyd tribute band, The Wall, produced by Seaside Music Management with Kim Riley. What a night. What an event. I have to tell you, they had over 1,000 people that rolled into that FAUK auditorium.
I got to tell you, it was one of the few things that I've done in this business that I had to sit back and just absorb it in.
Yeah? You did. You sat back. I sat in the hot seat so everyone could find me and do what we had to do, which was pretty cool. Everyone knew where I was. So I had Kim sitting with me, and then I had Grace come, and the crew knew where I was. And so I was kind of in that mom seat. Everyone knew where I was.
But which was good. But I had my stealth warriors out all over the arena.
I know.
And nobody knew where they were. They were hitting this Gizmo guy. He was like everywhere, talking to the FAU people at the door, all over the place. But there was a lot of cameras, a lot of pictures taken, a lot of film taken, which is what we wanted, because now we're going to use it.
Did you like it?
I loved it.
Are you a Pink Floyd fan?
Not at all.
I did not think I even knew Pink Floyd songs until I realized those are all Pink Floyd songs.
Well, you're at the Pink Floyd
I don't know
concert.
really who knows what. I don't really know who does what songs until then I hear them. But they were amazing. The group that Kim put together, and I have to tell you, at the end of the night, we had the opportunity to interview some amazing, well-known musicians in the industry. We had Tony Newton on bass, and he comes to us. He was the Motown, one of the founding people that Motown started with, Smokey Robinson. He was his band director. He was his musical director. And then we got to interview Burley Drummond of Ambrosia, one of the founding members of Ambrosia, and he still tours with them. So that was pretty cool. Like some bucket list things. Those are people that you never know when you're going to get.
Did you know those people from the day?
I know the music. I had never met these people. I mean, to be able to be at FAU, enjoy the concert, and then interview Tony and interview Burley and just their stories. You know what you realize? No matter how famous they are, they're people. And they're there sharing their music, inspiring others. I like what Burley was saying, how it's a new take on the music now as we all get older. Holding that space for the music and what it was and what it means now versus what it meant then and going forward. And they're all still touring.
It's interesting because the war stories that continue to come out of it, where were you when, and things of that nature.
But how nice was everyone?
Yeah, it was very nice, and a lot of people came out, and there was a football game. FAU beat Tulsa, right, that night, I believe. And if it wasn't for that football game, I think you would have had even more people at the concert.
But it was well organized. Everyone could not have been nicer. The audience was great. Everyone was happy. It was pretty chill. Ray did an amazing job on sound. And I think everyone just had a really nice night.
Really nice night.
When was the last time you were at a vending machine?
Ooh. When I was at the hospital visiting somebody.
It had been a long time since I was at a vending machine, and now vending machines take credit cards. Now all you have to do is very dangerous because now you don't need coins, you don't need dollars. All you need is your credit card, and it just taps, and you pick whatever you want. Everything's freaking ridiculously expensive in the vending machines, but it's really easy.
$6 for a soda.
It was $5. No, that was for the beer out front.
Oh, it was expensive. Or $1.50 for a soda, I think.
I don't know. It was $5. I bought G-Man a pink Pop-Tart. It was $5 for a Pop-Tart. One Pop-Tart in the vending machine.
Whatever happened to student pricing?
The cafeteria was closed. We could have gone into the cafeteria for $10 and eaten versus the vending machine Pop-Tart was $5.
Closed.
Exactly.
I went in.
And then the girls went over to the tailgate party. By the time they got there, the tailgate party was over too. So they came back.
She was exhausted from walking all the way over.
I know, and
How
it was
far
hot.
Was it?
I don't know. I think they walked
Was
across
it far?
campus.
Yeah, we were on like the one section And if you know where you're on campus, you could cut through because the tailgate takes part at Palm Beach State College parking lot.
Morning.
I know that area pretty well. It's where the football stadium is. Across the street is a state college that's partnered with FAU, so they let them borrow their parking lot for tailgates usually.
Did you have fun?
The Pink Floyd concert? Yeah, I did. It was really cool. I wasn't the biggest Pink Floyd fan, but my brother is a big diehard Pink Floyd fan. He actually went to see a real concert of them at Yankee Stadium once. So when I showed him those tickets, he was like, wow, that's pretty impressive. But it wasn't really...
He went to old Yankee Stadium?
Hmm?
He went to the old Yankee Stadium?
I believe so. It was. I'm not exactly sure, but it wasn't like a Yankees game. They were having the actual...
The concert.
Or like the remainders of who was at least in the band there, so...
It's funny because Yankee Stadium used to hold big concerts. Shea Stadium held the Beatles for the first time. Those were throwback moments, and those would have been unbelievable to have gone to. Josh, how did you like the concert Saturday night?
I enjoyed it. I couldn't stop listening to Pink Floyd all weekend.
Oh, you like the music?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know you were a Pink Floyd fan.
Yeah, they're in my top 10.
Your mom liked it?
Oh, yeah. I think the stepdad liked it way more, though. He's
What a nice guy.
Yeah. Yeah, he's an electrician, so if you need any electrical work, go electric.
Go electric.
Speaking of Go Electric, I came in and I went to turn everything on, and there was a big plug that was not plugged in over here by the chairs, labeled The Wall.
Well, that's their most famous. That was because it was a merge of the...
Yes, but that was here. So I'm not quite sure what The Wall
Oh.
means. I plugged it back in because I'm assuming things should be plugged in here, so I'm not quite sure. I have a feeling like Garcia
Oh,
unplugged
you
something.
mean the green one?
It's black and it
Behind,
says The Wall.
behind the door?
Yeah.
Yeah, because what happened was they put the lights on direct. So when you shut down everything, the only way to shut up those strobing lights is by turning off
The
the
wall.
wall, which contains...
The Wall.
No, it contains the Wi-Fi. So
Oh,
you
what?
had to unplug it in order to turn those lights off at the end. I forgot to tell you that. We discovered that
when?
on Friday night, since they put those lights up on Friday, but they brought it down.
What lights are up there on Friday?
The ones that go like this.
The ones you put up there.
Yeah.
Oh, got you.
So
Does that
you
turn
have
off
to-
the Wi-Fi?
If you hit the switch,
The
yes, you have
switch
to
is the
unplug it.
Wi-Fi. Gotcha. Okay.
That's why the wall, leave the wall
That's
alone.
why it's labeled The Wall. Was it a Garcia label? I knew it was a Garcia thing.
Garcia said, you have to do this. Boop. I said, okay.
All right, now we got it. Anyway, happy Monday. So that was a whole lot of fun on Saturday. The Hurricanes, I got home with 1:27 left. They were up by 3.
I was watching.
Holy smokes. I'm like, there is
By
no
3.
way. They were up.
by a minute and 20, not even a minute. I think it was.
It was a minute 27 they were
7
up.
seconds,
And
yeah.
then,
But did you see what they did?
yes, why? Even I know don't
Did
do
the
that.
coach, anybody interview the coach? What happened?
They said it was an error.
What happened?
So it was like a third down, and the game clock was running down, like to snap the ball. What's that called? The
Acceleration clock?
yeah, like
game
you have to snap
clock,
the
right?
ball. in a
The
certain
game
amount of time.
clock.
Yes. So he just panicked. He was gonna call timeout, but he wanted to snap the ball anyway.
He could have just taken a
I
knee.
know.
But wait a minute. Whose decision was it to run the ball?
The coach.
The offensive coach, I guess, the offensive
The coach for the American.
So if he had taken a knee,
30
been
seconds
over.
would have gone, the game would have been over,
Yeah.
they would have won.
and then if he takes a knee and then he takes a knee again on 4th down, they win the game.
It
Yep.
would have been over.
Yep.
Instead, he hands the ball off.
Yep.
They fumble the ball.
Yep.
2 plays later,
Touchdown.
the other team won with no time on the clock.
And no
A Hail Mary.
timeouts.
And no timeouts. And he threw it. How in the world do you have your defenders let this guy get by you? How does he get by you? You got 8 guys in the box out there. How does he get by
The
you?
whole thing, I'm thinking, I can't believe this just happened.
Oh, I,
I think I was more
upset.
upset. And everyone stayed till the end of the
Crazy
game.
plays all weekend.
But they say apparently this coach, it happened on another team he was with.
Yeah, the last team was on Oregon. It happened the same thing. He ran the ball, they fumbled, and then the game went to overtime. The other team tied the game, and then the other team won.
So this guy has a
Track
notorious
record
record
for
of doing this,
panicking,
yeah.
I guess.
He doesn't. He should hire coaches to run the clock. And by the way, if that coach is hireable, maybe the New York Jets could use him too.
Why? You guys had a great game.
Oh no!
Come on.
Do not think we had a great game. They had no timeouts and they were ready to score. And Zach Wilson throws the ball short. What else does he do? Because his peripheral vision is 4
But you
yards.
won. Why are you cranky about
Because
it?
they try to run to the line. They should have scored.
If y'all get rid of Robert Saleh, that's going to be the worst decision you guys ever made.
No, I don't want to get rid of Salah. I just want to give him a coach that runs the clock. If somebody can manage the clock, Salah tries to do too much. He tries to do the clock. He tries to do too many things at the same time. That's the problem.
You got Zach Wilson at quarterback too.
Yeah, well, you know, you're dealt the hand you're dealt. There's nothing you can do. I mean,
Well, your Jets won. The Dolphins won.
no, the Jets didn't win. The defense won.
But they won.
And then the Broncos decided to give the game away. Sorry to tell you.
I don't
Now,
think
the
they
defense in the
decided
second half, there was lights out. And the guy goes, the Denver Broncos only have 1 yard in the second half, and all of a sudden they start scoring. You know, you can't jinx a team that
Yeah, I
way.
jinx a lot of people.
Oh, you got a no-hitter in the ninth, boom, and then you lose the game.
But they won.
Yeah, they won. I'll take the
Which
win.
was great. The Dolphins won, which was great.
And Dolphins, I think, are going to come out of the AFC.
Kansas City won.
I think they
I
beat
didn't
Kansas
see any
City.
Swifty stuff. Anyone see Swifty things?
She wasn't there.
Oh,
The
is
movie.
this about Taylor Swift dating that, what's his name again?
Kelsey?
Kelsey.
Chelsea.
Oh, yeah.
But her movie came out, right? Her movie's out in the theaters, or no?
I think so.
They made an announcement while watching the game. Just so you know, Taylor Swift is not at the game, so don't ask for to pan to her at the game.
Where
Wow.
at the
At
Kansas
the
City
game
game?
yesterday?
Yeah, it was in Minnesota, I think. So
I'm gonna be completely honest. I'm a Swiftie, but not even Taylor Swift can make me watch football because I just don't really care for it that much.
Can you imagine living in Minnesota in the winter?
I'm gonna tell you, Minnesota played a good game. That's probably the best game I've seen Cousins play. He played everything off on that one and almost pulled it out. A couple of mistakes, and they would have won that game. Now, I don't think Kansas City gets by Miami. I think Miami's the team to beat coming out of the AFC. I really think that the speed that they have, they're running
What are
back.
they, 4-1?
They're 4-1, but they shouldn't have lost to Buffalo. But that was a hiccup. Every team gets a hiccup every once in a
Right.
while. But I think Miami wins it, and I think that the 49ers come out of the NFC. I don't see anybody beating the 49ers.
49ers had a good game.
Had a good game.
Against
they could have
Dallas.
They toned it down. They could have blown Dallas
You
out of
thought
the
Dallas
water.
was going to win.
Me?
You.
No, I picked the 49ers.
Oh, okay.
Oh, 49ers, ain't nobody going to beat that team. And the kid that's playing for them, Purdy, is 10-0 in regular season games. He has never lost.
And how about your Eagles? They're, what, number one?
Yeah, they're number one. It's just they're always going to be the underdog. That's
Why?
It's-
How can they
Not
be the
this
underdog
week.
if they're number one?
Not this week. They played the Jets.
Oh well.
Look how fancy she's looking today.
Another one in love. She goes to Crazy Uncle Mike's and comes back in love.
Are you in love? She's like, no.
She didn't say no. She didn't say nothing. Are you in love?
No.
How was Crazy Uncle Mike?
How was
How's
Crazy
Crazy
Uncle
Uncle
Mike's?
Mike's?
Grab your mic.
That's fine. I like it.
You went after the concert. Was it still packed?
So tell me about the guy. He hit on Zari. He hit on you. What was the whole
He was
text
drunk.
thing?
Wait.
The guy was sleeping.
Yeah.
He was. They took.
Coming over.
Yeah. They took.
He was probably there when you were there,
they
and he
took
just
vi-
stayed.
No. They took videos of the guy. He was like this.
yeah, I saw these.
Saw the video.
I hope they called him an Uber.
No, I think he was with his girlfriend or something.
Oh my gosh. Did you have fun though?
Yeah.
I don't think I could have listened to any more music after Saturday night. My ears, my sensitivities were just done.
Yeah, I drove home in silence.
Sorry, I also really wanted to go afterwards, but I had so much homework. Because after you told me, like, we can definitely probably get a beer there. And I do really love Crazy Uncle Mike's. I actually would, when I played rugby, me and my boys every Sunday would go there for the brunch. Definitely shout out to Uncle Mike's recipe for the tater tot gravy sausage bowl. That's like my favorite item there. And the Barstolos burger. So I'm a foodie if I'm going to be honest.
I love these foodies. I love that people actually eat and enjoy food.
How could you not? What's the point of food if you just don't enjoy every second of
Yeah, well-
Well, there's certain foods you like that you don't like and you eat.
Yeah, but would you ever order like a tater tot gravy bowl?
Oh yeah, no, there's many like different variations of how
Really?
you can cook. Like just
He's going to give Braxton a run for his money. This is going to be Food Wars,
Can
baby.
this be the assistant?
Oh yeah, Food Wars. That would be funny.
Food Wars. I'm a big like. I mean, before this job, this internship, I worked at a restaurant as a line cook, and most of my jobs were me working as like a prep cook or a line cook. I never really liked, being in the front of the house serving. I always like being in the back of the house making food. and just looking at the kitchen, just seeing them enjoy my food. Or like whenever it's big events, I'm always the one cooking like 3 or 4 meals, like a entree and 2 different sides.
What's the best burger in town?
Oof. Honestly, I mean, I know it's ironic just bring since we're talking about this, but Crazy Uncle Mike's Brontosaurus burger is
Brontosaurus burger.
Brontosaurus burger.
That's from the Flintstones.
And what's on that burger?
It is pineapple, cheese, pulled pork. I mean, it's pineapple. I can't remember. Pulled pork, bacon, cheddar cheese, and the burger itself.
And
2
the burger.
burgers. Yeah, I haven't been there.
And
in a
you can
while,
eat
but-
that in how many sittings?
Like, you mean how many burgers?
Can you eat one burger, or can you like get through an entire
Most
burger?
of the time I can eat the burger. Sometimes I might have too much beer and I end up not wanting to eat more, but
Yes, this is the fine line between hoarding and collecting, and we've now surpassed the line of collecting. We've moved on to hoarding. Josh, apparently this is all for you.
Yeah, can I just have this?
That's what they're for. Yeah, these are for you.
Oh.
I haven't played golf in so long. I gotta get back into golf.
It's like, Freddie, you should have spent like Christmas in October from Freddie. I feel like, we're giving things away. These are untouched.
Yeah, you saved me a lot.
Holy smokes, why do you have so many unopened golf ball boxes?
I may have more.
What do
Me
you,
and Freddie used to play every weekend.
What's your main
free,
course?
brand new.
Beaucaire, at Beaucaire. And we were learning how
Holy.
to play. So I kept buying these balls. Every time I hit it, I thought they should go 500 yards, and they went boop, boop, boop.
Wow,
Because I was not a good driver.
$1 a ball. $2 a ball.
Basically.
$2 a ball.
We should do poker night one night and do a live show of us playing poker.
I'm glad that you noticed that. Yes, I have more. There's another piece out there, and then I have another card table, 21 table, that I'm going to bring in as well, because like I told you, in the Bronx, I didn't want my boys going out into the neighborhood. So I brought the action to them. So I had air hockey. I have pool tables, air hockey. I had,
How big is the table?
well, I don't have it anymore.
Oh, okay.
I had all sorts of stuff, and they used to come down here. We used to have poker night. The friends used to come over. These chips have never been used. I have another stack of chips at the house for 21 for poker and everything else.
Wow.
But I have all of that stuff, so I had to clean out my closet. I got lights.
He brought in floor green screen too.
I got floor green screen, because it doesn't matter what color the green is, as long as.
It's green.
And this one you can step on.
Does that roulette wheel actually work?
Yeah,
It has the ball in it too?
yeah, it's in the other room.
And Royce went to the Shorts Festival yesterday at Movies of Delray as a representative of us.
Oh.
It was really great.
It was good?
Yeah.
We saw 5 of them?
I saw 10 of them.
What, 10?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I liked 8 of them. 8 of them was really good.
Is
Did
that
you-
a free event?
I don't think so. I think there
You
was
have to pay to go in?
It's $15 per ticket.
Who went with you?
My mom,
Did she enjoy it?
yeah, she enjoyed it so much. Maybe more than me, I don't know.
Did you guys write down what you thought?
Yeah. I can give you the names. I wrote the recording is one of them, and the other one is the florist.
Those are your favorites?
Yeah.
Did you see Rochelle?
No, I can't see her. Like, I asked for her, but she was in Lakewood, so I can't.
All right, we're going to have to give her your feedback on that.
Okay,
Pretty cool.
let's do it.
A whole lot of things happening.
A lot of stuff.
A lot of stuff. And how are you doing, Miss Amazon? I like your Hello Kitty hat. Is Hello Kitty still in? It must be. It's back again? Now
Are
with
you-
some extra bling?
Are you dating somebody? Something's going on. You have like this whole different look. Oh, really? Myself? Uh-huh. I love it when they do
That's
that.
kind of a cool shirt. Like if you tucked it in, it's almost like a tuxedo shirt, but yet, or you leave it open.
For last year when I graduated, I just needed like the top part. It's a cheated part, so I just made it the top, I guess, today.
She's a fashionista.
Fashionista. I like it. All right, we're going to take a commercial break. When we come back, some good news. Our hearts and prayers go out. Oh my gosh, we didn't even talk about this.
We will.
To all the families of Israel, that all the Jewish community near and far. We've been doing a whole lot in our community. We'll talk about that when we get back. The incredible loss of life is just devastating. So yes, we all do stand for Israel, and we support everyone in this war for safety and blessings. And we'll be right back.
Love the Brooklyn Cafe? Don't miss out on some of the latest merch we have available. Need a new shirt? The Brooklyn Cafe has you covered. We have a variety of shirts in all sizes, ranging from the classic cafe shirt to the highly coveted colorful hot dog shirt. Need something for cold weather? Why not grab one of our cafe hoodies? Or you can snuggle up with one of our soft silk touch fabric blankets. The Brooklyn Cafe has everything you need, from clothing about the show to our signature coffee blends and mugs. Get it while supplies last.
If you've been injured in an accident that's not your fault and you don't have an attorney, listen up. We have legal professionals standing by to answer your questions and tell you what your case is potentially worth. Hi, I'm Gina, along with spokesman Rob. So Rob, tell the folks at home who should call right now.
Just like you said, Gina, anyone who's been injured in an accident that was not your fault, you don't have an attorney, give us a call right now. We're going to answer all of your questions, and we'll let you know what your case is potentially worth.
Thanks, Rob. You heard it, folks at home. Pick up the phone, call now.
If you have diabetes, would you like to eliminate painful finger sticks? Are you injecting insulin multiple times per day? Then you may qualify for a continuous glucose monitor. CGMs monitor blood sugar using a small patch placed on your upper arm or abdomen, and they use your smartphone to accurately monitor your blood sugar levels. Stop pricking and start scanning. Plus, CGMs are covered by Medicare and most private insurance plans. They can be shipped free of charge to your door. Call today to see if you qualify.
Give me the mozzarella. 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 Give me the mozzarella.
Pizza Rica, tasty Richard Pizza at 2001 Northwest Boca Raton Boulevard or contact 561-826-8663.
Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella. Give me the mozzarella.
Do you owe the IRS $10,000 or more in back taxes? Are you being audited or investigated? Has the IRS sent you a letter demanding payment? You may not owe what they claim. Make this free call to the tax doctor now. Let them negotiate with the IRS on your behalf.
800-485-8801. 800-485-8801. That's 800-485-8801.
You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. No, I'm not. You are cheap. Well, maybe I am. If you're buying a diamond ring for your wife, it's not cool to be cheap. If you're buying airline tickets, it's very cool to be cheap and called Trip Amigo, where you can fly anywhere in the world and save up to 75% on over 500 airlines and 300,000 hotels. Plus, rental cars and vacation packages. Visit family, friends, or go on a once-in-a-lifetime vacation. Go ahead, be cheap. We have special fares we're not allowed to publish. When you book your airline reservations with Trip Amigo, you'll spend your travel money when you get there, not by getting there. Call Trip Amigo now and mention the travel code AMIGO and save even more. Call Trip Amigo now.
701-581-9604. 701-581-9604. 701-581-9604. That's 701-581-9604.
Wildlife officials in Delaware are celebrating the remarkable feat of an angler who reeled in a colossal 53-pound blue catfish, shattering a state record that had been standing for less than a month. Sidney McBrook, a resident of Bridgeville, accomplished this extraordinary catch in the Nanticoke River, as confirmed by the Department of Natural Resources and Environmental Control's Division of Wildlife. Notably, McBrook's remarkable catfish broke a state record that had been set just 20 days earlier by a 48-pound catfish. Measuring an impressive 46.5 inches in length, McBrook's catch now holds the distinction of being the largest freshwater fish ever recorded in Delaware since the state began keeping recreational fishing records. Kyle Norris reporting.
You've been watching the Brooklyn Cafe Show. Join us each day and after hours as we talk about the hot topics to open the conversations and share a few laughs. Now, back to Dawn and Freddie S.
You'll be the mold.
I feel like I'm being overrun here with holidays.
Give those to Josh. A-Train, take these. Give them to Josh.
You taking one? One for you, one for Josh. There you go. Now we got bagels too.
Oh, I didn't know you played.
I don't. But
He's taking one anyway. He's
I
gonna start.
have others I can give you that are practice balls if you want.
So thank you to Israel, our friend Israel, no pun intended, who just brought in bagels and breakfast, which is nice. We've got some water, some oranges, some applesauce. As we're talking about Israel, in walks Israel.
I know.
But I got to tell you,
You need your car painted, fixed. Give us a holler.
you got it.
Israel's the man.
We do stand with Israel in the studio because terrorism is unacceptable. What I heard them say, and I know we don't talk about bad news, but the loss of life in Israel for no reason. They're going in. They say these are like modern day pogroms when the Jews were gone in and shot and killed and taken off for World War II, and even before that. They're going in and they're killing civilians. They're going in and killing people. They're going in and where they're hiding children and families in their safe room and getting into the safe room and killing people in the safe room. And there's just absolutely no. And they were the rabbi said yesterday, the Yom Kippur War, when Golda had come out, 0 civilians were killed. It was all military to military. And now we're
That's what they
upwards
were
of
saying.
civilians.
The two sides were on the military level and they used to fight each other and whatever, but they were never included sacrifice life. And the funny thing is about all of this is that the president of the Ukraine stands with Israel, and he says, now you know what tyranny does. It spreads like a cancer. And if you look at what the Ukraine is going through, how they were provoked and attacked for no reason.
One's for A-Train, I think. Antonio wanted a box.
yeah, just leave one too.
Can I just comment on that with we were talking in my sociology class last year about when Russia first invaded Ukraine, and we were talking about this journalist who specifically wanted to try to understand what the philosophy was about Putin and why he was doing this. And his main fear, even though it's an unjustified provoke, was that he was afraid, quote unquote afraid, because Ukraine might join NATO, and used mainly the argument, and I'm not condoning anything Putin's doing, I'm just like explaining what actually happened, was because NATO multiple times admitted they would not expand deeper into Eastern Europe, and they did, and that was Putin's so-called claim of unjustifiably invading Ukraine.
Yeah, but the funny thing is that NATO's expansion only came about. Now, Sweden is a country who's always been neutral, even during World War I and II. They asked to join. It wasn't that we persuaded them to join. They asked to join, and Turkey made it very difficult for Sweden to join because they have a little something going on as well. And all he did was unify it worse. He made it worse by doing what he did. You know, there was a time when the USSR, and you guys probably don't know this, Russia at one time was called the USSR and had all these lands, and they lost self-control. And they got bankrupt, and the United States helped them bankrupt them because it was communism against democracy back allegedly in the day. And all these countries started to separate and leave. And nobody forced them. They thought they had a right to do this. And now they want these lands back. But there's some oil, and there's some pipeline, and there's some other seaports, and there's grain. Ukraine has a lot going on for it. You know, we transfer what we use, comes out of the Ukraine. And they had to move it to the UK.
So Israel has now cut off electricity and power to Gaza.
They've cut off.
They've cut off everything.
Everything,
but the problem is they're taking hostages, so we cannot go in and bomb and annihilate because there are innocent people there, and they know that.
Well, the problem is that you're going to have to.
Innocent life will be lost.
Go in, and there will be innocent life lost, and it just comes to tolerance. You know, the United States sending an aircraft carrier. Our newest aircraft carrier is now going to be right outside Israel as a warning to other. I saw that Jordan decides to send some missiles in there. They took care of that. You know, you're dealing with one of the most powerful countries in the world when it comes to Israel. And don't get it twisted. What the United States has to learn, and I'm so upset with the representative of Florida. I hope that they do throw him out of the House.
Who?
And that's my personal opinion. The guy that pushed to throw out the speaker.
Oh.
When you see a country in disarray, like what happened in Israel, the enemy of your enemy becomes your friend, because all of a sudden they are going to attack you thinking that you're vulnerable. And this is exactly why Israel put themselves in that position. They didn't see this coming. Now, if anybody saw the movie Golda, where they turned off the secret phone that they used to use to listen in on conversation, because the man forgot to turn it on. It was his ego that didn't tell her that he didn't turn it on, and they left it off. And that 10-day war happened.
But here's the thing, this was 50 years to the day of the Yom Kippur War. So something went awry, but Israel is Israel, and I have great faith in what their abilities and their capacity, and even in the divisiveness when everyone was saying, we do not support the political scope, we don't support that you're all trying to go under one sect of Judaism. The reservists are all coming back to support country, because country, what you saw in Golda, country comes first. Being Jewish in the country, in the state of Israel, comes first. So all their differences, their political differences, all the reservists are coming back to serve.
And I heard a rumor that Saudi Arabia wants to learn how to do what they call civilized nuclear energy. And the United States was putting a deal together with Israel and everybody else, and that's why this whole thing kicked off. Because countries like Iran, who don't want the U.S. on European, now they don't want it on European soil.
It's horrific on every which way. This is not going to end anytime soon, and it's just horrible. The loss of life, the loss of innocent life to protect freedoms. I feel like we just do not learn as a people.
We don't. And I'm going to tell you guys up in the U.S. of A. in Washington, you better learn a lesson, man. Learn a lesson. Now they're talking about they're going to bring this guy back. They need a House rep. You can't do business.
Oh, because we can't send anything over.
Can't do a damn thing. How stupid why would you cripple your own country to prove a point? I mean, that doesn't make any sense, ladies and gentlemen. No sense whatsoever.
None.
None. And we continue to act stupid because we can. Because we can. Watch me, I'm going to act stupid. And let me do something stupid that cripples the country. Really? That's why I wish we had somebody normal, a normal human being become president.
Kenny Love.
I said normal.
Kenny Love for president. Come on, at least you gotta, it's gotta be something. You know, I was watching, I don't mean to digress, that people's minds, you have about a 3.5 second attention span we have. So now they're trying to do TV shows based on TikTok algorithms of people's attention span.
It's already been done.
3.5 seconds. That means 1, 2, 3, switch what you see. 1, 2, 3,
it's
switch.
It's already being done.
I know it's being done, but can you believe that is where our attention span is?
That's how Charli D'Amelio got her own TV show, like a knockoff of the Kardashians, the D'Amelios, because she was just so popular on TikTok before she even graduated high school.
3.5 second attention span.
I think they're already hitting it with the kids shows.
Maybe that's where I saw it.
Because they have, like, a normal length show is 22 minutes because it has commercials for the other 8 minutes. But most kids shows are becoming 11-minute, 10-minute shows just to get the story out and make it quick and quick.
There is, and we're on it. There is a show in Europe, OTT is the name of the whole banner. And what they do is they chop up shows like ours into 3.5 minutes.
On Twitch, right?
They get it from Twitch.
3.5 seconds.
That's why I have us doing the compilations, because those are going to get way more hits than the 2.5 hour, 2 hour
absolutely.
videos.
But I'm going to ask you the same question I ask every day. Would you rather have 10 million people watch you or one person buy you?
Second one. The second one, obviously.
10 million people watch you or one person invest in your company? One versus 10. But the problem is that in our business, I'm sitting there on Saturday night, people don't understand. It wasn't about the music for me. I heard the music, great. The music, the best. But it wasn't about that for me. It was about the production. It was about how the people were reacting to the production. It was about where you were standing, spacing. It was about watching Josh move around, watching our wings up in in the banisters, taking the angles, watching the lighting, watching the people walk in and out. How many people walked in, how many people walked out, by coming back with a drink, were they enjoying it? Did you feel the vibe? It's about the production of it, not about the music. And people don't
Well, the
get it.
entertainment, not the music. It was the entertainment of the whole concert is what you're thinking.
And there's entertainment, and then there's music.
Right, there's the music,
And
there's the video, the
no,
lights.
No, they're two different things. Don't get it twisted. You got entertainment, and you have music. There are two different things, and this is what I'm hoping I can teach them, that they understand the difference between back-to-back music reels. That's music, and then speak music is entertainment. It's a different format.
Jimmy was great. Kim's husband,
Oh, they're the
boyfriend,
best.
he was incredible. What a nice, I don't know if you guys got a chance to talk to anyone. They were so nice.
And people, she called me yesterday. Check this out. Kim was at a gun range, right? And all I hear is boom, boom, ba, ba, boom. I said, Kim, are you in Israel? Where are you? I'm at a gun range. And she called me yesterday. And she was talking about she got flooded with people writing in and saying to them, wow, you took me back and everything else, and the throwbacks and everything else. And she was really, really happy.
So I spoke to her yesterday. She said FAU already reached out to her. They're ready to do another one, and would we work in conjunction with her on the next one?
Correct.
So that was pretty nice.
That is nice. It's a tip of the hat that you guys did a real nice job. You guys came together, you worked as a unit, you stayed focused, you got the job done.
And they saw what they saw. You saw things go well, you see things not go so well. What do you do the next time to make it work better?
There's a whole list of things that I would have done differently. But again, it wasn't our event, but there are things that when we do an event there, which we spoke to the gentleman about doing something as well.
Thanks to Curly.
Thanks to Curly.
You did a great job. How did you like doing the interview?
I liked it. I will admit I was tired, so I felt like I was floating through them, but I liked it. The second dude kind of intimidated me just because I heard how successful he was, and I'm like,
So we got to put all that film together. We got to put out something quick today, and then we have time to put the whole piece together. But timeliness is we need to get something out today, even a 20-second piece.
Well, we have to send her whatever we're doing, and it has to have her logos and things on there. There's a lot to do today,
Yep.
but we have to gather the information first. So what we'll do is we'll gather the information, send her, and then she's going to come in here. She wants to work with us. She wants to understand the creative mind of how it works. I talked to her about trailers. I talked about television. I talked about radio. I talked about what you do with this thing to promote your next event. I asked you guys to believe, and if you did the calling card, let's see what happens. Here we go.
Any of you guys pay for parking?
Me.
I know, only you. Why?
Well, that's a very long story. Because you decided to be Mario Andretti, so I didn't know where I was going.
Yeah.
So everybody left me. So I had no way of knowing where to park, where not to park, and I was not getting my car towed. So I saw the little number thing, and I parked, and I paid. That way I know it wasn't going anywhere.
Got you.
That's why. If you really want to know. If you had waited for a minute.
I couldn't wait because you know
you
what
went
happened.
through the light. You could have pulled over. I
had Shorty behind me, and the road was closed in
Shorty
front of me.
was in front of me.
Right, he was behind me.
Then I lost him too.
Because the light, there was so much traffic coming from one way. If I had sat there, no
Okay.
one would have been able to go. Like one
When
car got to
you
go.
have a 6-car follow,
I didn't know I had a 6-car following.
because I had Garcia behind me. When you have a follow, yes, he was behind me until you made that turn. And then I wondered who else. When you have a follow and you're at the front and the back, you have to pull over.
I didn't know I was in the front.
Anyway, that's why.
Because I thought everyone knew where they were going.
I don't know, but all I gotta say is Elisa, me, Joe, and Andrew, we went the coolest way into the stadium.
How'd you guys go?
Because instead of you guys going in the front way, like the normal gates,
Right.
we went in through the back doors.
But I thought the back doors were closed because of a football game.
No, and the back doors into the auditorium.
Oh, okay.
Like the way that the band members would come in
Oh, that's
and set up
cool.
all the
Oh,
gear.
I
and all
never
that.
saw that part.
Yeah.
You got
And
film of it?
Any
film?
I don't think so.
And then Garcia didn't have the right wires. He's like, I'm going back. So the guy goes, you going to Brooklyn? He goes, I've got to tell you, I'm glad we were close.
Where did Garcia park the second time?
He said he got lucky. He went back to the garage.
It was still there? Wow.
He said
Was
he
the
got
garage
lucky.
free?
I think it was $5.
No, the garage was free.
Oh, it was free too?
I'm the only one that paid.
Yes.
That's the best $15 I ever invested.
Good. That's good. G-Man's texting us also. What else you guys got for today?
We're going to be working on that.
I was gonna say that there's been some drama going on with SZA.
Wait, what?
She's a singer.
SZA?
Yes, SZA. There's been some drama going on with her. So basically, this fan of SZA recreated a meme. It was of a person that was at a SZA concert, and they were holding their phone doing an Instagram post that said SZA whack, which basically means, oh, like SZA sucks. And then this girl recreated it, posted it on Instagram, and tagged SZA in the post. And then SZA DMs her saying like, hey, like, I'm gonna be honest with you, like that really hurt my feelings. Like when this post first came up a couple of years ago, it really affected me, and now that it's back up again, like your rendition of it, like it's really hurting my feelings, and I would really appreciate it if you could just take it down. And the girl kept saying, why are you taking it so seriously? Like you're literally 5 years older than me. I don't understand what the big deal is.
Because they said she whacked.
Basically.
I mean, that's why.
And the girl was just saying, like, come on, you're famous, you have this much money, you have this much recognition, you have these many fans. I don't understand why one comment is something that you're going to take to heart.
Now, I'll give you another one. Anybody know who Sexy Red is?
Yeah.
Never heard of that in my life.
You know that's it on there.
Sexy
you and
Red?
Sexy Red went to the same school?
I feel like we did.
Same what school?
Like middle school.
I do know what you're about to say, Freddie.
Tell me what I'm about
no,
to say.
You go ahead.
Tell me. No, you brought it out. Come on now. Share it.
I don't know the whole thing.
Sexy Red with Zach Wilson and the Jets?
Oh, no.
Where'd you think he was?
I want to hear your story.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about now.
So what happened was when Aaron Rodgers went down, and everybody got all over poor Zach Wilson, he had to endure that not only in the locker room but all over the country. And Joe Namath led that charge. He's the only guy on the Jets that has a Super Bowl. And Sexy Red, who I did not know existed.
That's Sexy Red?
That's Sexy Red.
You want me to look up a photo and put it up?
Sexy Red has now taken Zach Wilson and the New York Jets in stride. She goes in there and she pumps him up to tell him.
Okay, yeah. I saw her on the sideline once wearing like...
She's all in green.
Yeah.
With the jersey and everything else. And she went over and she sat with Zach Wilson and she had a private conversation with him, something about her life. Do you know something about her
Tiara
life?
whack. Does that mean something happened with her also that she's not so good? Or Tiara's not so good?
Ooh.
Well, Tiara whack is the thing that you just talked about, right?
That's something else.
That's something else.
That could be just someone's name.
Yeah. But did she
That might
have
be
like
her
a
name.
rough time of it?
We have the same person, right? She has glasses.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. No, I just feel like either I went to school with her or I've seen her like around like just extracurricular activities, something like that. But yeah, she went through it.
I got to tell you, when I was coaching here in Florida and I was a defensive coach, I used to get to sit up in the sky boxes because they wanted me to see what was going on the field. And the music was played up there. And there was all these rap artists that used to come in that the football players knew. And football players, that you see them with the headsets and stuff because they want to get into their own heads and everything else. So some of the guys don't have that at this level. And they used to play it throughout the stadiums that I got to play in. And I never really knew how deep the music thing went. That's why this Twain lady, Swiftie lady, none of that surprises me because football is a very emotional game. It really is. I mean, you're bleeding, you're hurting, you break things, and then you get back on the
But
field.
don't you feel like life in general now is more emotional on a whole?
It is. But when you're a
I mean,
gladiator...
everything is just emotional.
Yeah, but when you go to work, you don't break your hand and then go back and play.
Well, they choose that.
No, they're not complaining about
I mean,
it,
they
but that's the
choose that to
gladiator
make millions.
in Rome mentality.
Is that what it is? How often do you think about the Roman Empire?
Every Sunday, every day.
Every day, apparently.
Every day. But they're warriors, and they try to find a way. And I had to tell you, I'm as guilty of it. I got all over the Zach situation as well, and that doesn't help anything. I mean, the pressure that he's under and everything. I wore my colors yesterday to the restaurant, and I'm going to wear it whether they win, lose, or draw. They're probably going to lose against Philadelphia. I just don't want them to get blown out. But me and Zach going to war this weekend. The
I gotta
gladiator
tell
mentality.
you, I can't even think about all this nonsense. There are people that are losing their lives. There are families that are losing their loved ones, and
Because
I
Dawn-
can't think about
Dawn,
football.
let me tell you something. If I don't do this, I'm probably going to ask for a gun and let me go shoot somebody in the Ukraine
Yeah,
or
no,
in
that wouldn't
Israel or
be good
something
either.
else. Because the bottom line is, how much is too much? What are you supposed to do?
It's too much, and it's too much. Not that it's too much media coverage, but it's too much media coverage. At some point, we have to shut it down, and do something else. Actually, what do you call him? Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Gizmo's doing a new show on men's mental health.
I was considering that. I was considering either that. I wanted to do more of like a very stern, serious media of like maybe things we want to talk about here because we want to keep it very friendly too sometimes.
No, we want to make it so the jungle comes into the noise.
Well,
It's
you
got
want
to
to
be
make
friendly.
it what's important, but yeah.
Yeah, I want to do like that, war, like things that are more stern. And I was actually going to try to cover, because my organization at college, the University Press, the school newspaper, I was telling you about this earlier, they did an article about how Jewish and Israeli students feel right now on campus. And they mentioned YASA, which is the Young Arab Student Association. And they said something about them, and they tried to reach out to them. And YASA never responded before the time of publishing, so I tried to DM them and wanted to hear their side of the story, how they feel
Well,
about
you know,
this.
it's interesting you say that because there's going to be political stuff in the streets on both sides of this stuff. I really got to notice on that. But the bottom line is this for me: to be able to teach young minds, to let them learn from what they experience. So, in other words, I don't want to teach hate. I don't want to have hate in my heart and say, listen,
Correct.
let's go fight this. I don't want that. What I want to teach is history. I want Josh and crew to understand this is what occurred and these are the reasons why. There's going to be three stories. You're going to have their story, and then the truth. And I want them to understand that violence is not the way. War is not the way. Okay, I get that. But then you have to be accountable for taking your persuasion of war is not the way and people looking at that and saying you're weak. You know, don't take my sincerity to be weakness. You know, don't become a mark because you don't want to fight. That isn't the problem. The problem here is that the other side has been educated incorrectly. And they think that war and destruction is the only way. And they are trying to always cleverly do that. So you have to be even more clever. So how do you teach our youth today not to be angry, not to be in the moment, not to be at 9/11, not to be in Israel, not to be at the Ukraine? And we go on and on and on, not to be in Vietnam.
What do you mean
can go
not to
on.
be?
And in other words, the mindset that when we went into Nam and I saw my cousins not come back for a war that we don't even understand what we were fighting in. Even Nixon said, what the hell are we doing there? And Nixon was caught being a crook. I love the guy because he ended the war, which made no sense. And this whole bloodshed thing that's going on makes no sense. And I don't want to teach hate. I don't want to teach revenge. I don't want to teach that for an eye, because the Bible, even though it said that, you have to interpret it correctly. Be accountable. So how do you do that? How do you teach them to teach themselves? How do you teach them to teach themselves?
I know Josh hates all of this stuff. It's not his
But you're
thing
living
at
it.
all.
And if you have children, they're going to live it.
My mindset is I'm focused right now on my final presentation tonight. I don't need any distractions from
You're
me.
right. You're right. It ain't time. Everything has a time and a place.
I know there's things that are out of my grasp, out of my control that will just happen on a voluntary cycle, and I'll just let it happen.
What if they ask you for your opinion? Let me see how I phrase this. So you're going in to have your test, and they come up, the news people come up, and they see you. Oh, I saw you were Saturday night. You're there. What is your opinion of what's happening in Israel? What would you tell them?
I'll tell them my truth, but like I said, I'm a little ant in this whole entire ant farm. So the importance that I have to society is so minimal compared to other individuals that don't have realization of it. Celebrities, politicians, and all these powerful human beings. So in my mind, I'm just going to stay on my own path and let the world revolve as it should be.
No, you're right. But I'm going to tell you something about that ant that you think you are. In this building, you're an elephant.
No, I understand that.
Because in this building, if you look around, people will say, what does Zach think? What is Zach doing? How do we do this? And they follow you.
Yeah,
but I mean, you can. I mean, Josh, not Zach. Zach is one of the ones I was thinking that told me this, and they will follow you. So all of a sudden, your accountability, your responsibility changes, and this is why I'm setting you up with this question. Your best answer, no comment.
Yeah, that's why I didn't give you
guys
one.
go take your test.
That's why I didn't give you one.
So you say no comment.
If you ask me about what we can do better for Saturday's gig, I'm gonna give you a whole paragraph, a whole story. But
Well, I want all that.
Yeah.
We're having a meeting on that. Everybody's going to be asked
Yeah.
it. But it goes to show you, asking him that question and asking Gizmo, who just showed up here, are two different questions, though it is the same question.
Of course.
And that's what we have. See, we're not teaching correctly because we're teaching revenge. You know, when 9/11 happened and they sent the troops over.
Well, there's the revenge and there's defense. And Israel has to defend themselves. They have to defend the people. They have to defend the state of Israel. They have to defend 75 years of bringing our people, our Jewish people, to a homeland. And people now are born in Israel, but if you look at the founding people of Israel, they're not Israelis.
Yeah, I get
They're
you.
come from all walks of life to come together into a community. They have to go back and defend their land and
That's
their
right.
people and support their lives.
I get you. The worst feeling in the world is when
You cannot sit back.
When you're defending yourself. You know, you get spit on, you get attacked, you get pushed around, and you're defending yourself. And that's the worst feeling in the world. Because whatever reason, and here we go again, and here we go again. You know, the Nazis did this. World War I, again. And you're defending yourself when you're going to these world wars because you're defending yourself. And here you go with Israel. Here you go with Ukraine. You're defending yourself. Oh, we're going to give you missiles, but only to defend yourself. No offensive missiles were ever given until recently.
Well, now they will go on the offense.
But here we go.
You have to protect life. It's what it's all about, right? There's nothing more important than life, the family, good health. That's what we're protecting. It's the right to live your life the way you choose to live your life. And either way, everyone has the right to live their life the way they choose, except killing another human being.
So you're going to have to learn to live your life here. You know, this is why I tell you guys, vote, register to vote, and vote. And when you vote, listen to all sides. Theirs, yours, how you feel. Be practical with it. Be practical with it. You know, getting rid of the House of Representatives Speaker, no matter how bad he was, your timing was stupid. Stupid. And did I say the word? Stupid. Because the world is upside down right now.
Adulting is not easy, is all I can say.
Adulting.
Adulting. But we're going to wrap this morning show up and, not on a light note, but it's time to maybe have some breakfast. Get ready. Food Wars? I don't know. Food Wars, should we do something?
Oh, you know what? Did
Baxton never put it out because...
Baxton's strawberry thing, is it still here?
I don't know.
Josh loves it.
Oh, yeah.
There's bacon jam in the fridge.
Do you know that he didn't air the show because you walked off the set?
Yeah, I know.
I don't get
More
that.
to come on our midday show. Have a great morning, everyone. Stay tuned, and we'll see you midday.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughter at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.